Hi, and welcome to your intermediate strength session. Today's session, we are going to be doing some nice strong leg work, connecting to the core and opening front body or activating back body a little more. So welcome. Enjoy the practice if you're doing this on catch up. Please leave a comment. Let me know how it went. And yeah, to everyone who is here live, good morning, good morning, good morning. There is snow everywhere around me. Haven't seen any in Hermanus yet, even though we had snow on the mountain across the road from us last year. Haven't seen snow yet, but it is snowing everywhere, as in on the Overberg WhatsApp group. It's like Booster, Robertson, Swellendam, everywhere it is snowing, snowing, snowing. So how is everyone feeling? Let me know how you're feeling. What are you doing to keep warm? I was like, I'm gonna keep this top on until we get started, because it is so cold, but then we'll get warmed up quick. I've got a heater here and I've got some tea. So just very, very grateful that I have the space to keep myself warm. Grateful that my body is able to move. Grateful to be able to be teaching you guys. So yeah, with everything going on, it's a lot, but trying to without disregarding the seriousness of what's going on, also trying to hold on to that little bit of light, that gratitude for what we may have, and yeah, just trying to be there for those who are really struggling. It's very hectic, so I'm really sending my love out to everyone who is in the thick of this. Reach out to us. We are here. If you're struggling to stick with your challenges or your programs, whatever it is, reach out to your coach, reach out to an instructor. We are here for you guys. We know it's very hectic, and we are here for you. Remember, when we stop moving, we stop moving, and our bodies need movement to stay healthy, to stay strong, and to hold us through all of this. So please let us know, and get in touch with us, guys. But welcome to everyone who has just popped on. Just getting to my comments. Good morning, Iva. Good morning, Amy. Shireen, good morning. Enjoy the catch-up later. Zalna, goeiemôre. So lekker om jou hier te sien. Like I mentioned, today's practice, we are going to be doing some nice strong leg work, connecting to our core, opening through front line, so getting a nice extension, opening through the thoracic, those thighs a little bit, so activating them and also opening them. And we've got about 10 minutes to go before we get started. Lots going on. We had a crazy, awesome, long, inspiring internal meeting yesterday with everyone behind the scenes. So from Jono and Jules to the tech team to the coaches, everyone together. I don't know if you guys remember, we went on a amazing team building weekend or night away with everyone last year, pre-COVID, not last year, in the previous year. I don't know. The years are all a blur. But we all, no, it was. So now we're doing it online, obviously. But it was so nice to see everyone's faces, all just reconnect. And yeah, just planning ahead. We're very excited about everything that's to come. As you all know, always coming up with new things, and just trying to serve you all in the best way we can. So that was a great kind of little get together that we all had yesterday. I can't believe that I did this yesterday as well. I was like, January, February, March, April, May, June. We're already in the third term. It's like, blows my mind. And we're halfway through July. So I don't know if you've set your goals for July yet. I don't know how you are tracking on those. There's a lot going on, so don't be too hard on yourself, but also remember there is power in discipline and routine. It can create a really great container for us to be able to relax a little bit, and to have our needs met. So sticking with your discipline and sticking with your schedule and routine, obviously changing it around as you need to, pivoting, right? But making sure that you do stick to your general goals that you've set for yourself. I think it's really, really important. Keep moving your body, keep showing up for your sessions. If you're struggling with that, chat to one of the instructors, chat to your coach. We've got the buddy program, so you can have if you're on one of the challenges, you'll have your accountability group. They are there for you to speak to. So make sure that you are making full use of everything we have on offer. We will not need any props for this morning session. We'll do a little bit of kneeling work. So if your knees are sensitive, you could always just flip your mat, or add an extra bit of padding underneath with a towel or a second mat. It is, of course, Wednesday. So we have had Lee this morning at 6 o'clock. We've had Jade and Simone, who are wrapping up their session now at 7. Then you have myself for intermediate strength, as well as Edgar, who is doing his low impact high burn. We then have Jono and Jules. Oh, I'm the worst for these chats in the mornings. I think I speak too fast and I don't breathe, and then I need to yawn. I always encourage you guys to yawn throughout your practices in any way. It's so good for our bodies. Jono and Jules at 8. We have a coach's corner, of course, every Wednesday, so you can check those out. If you want to get to know your coaches better, or if you're planning on perhaps signing up for the one-on-one, then that's a great place. So you can actually go onto our website and you'll be able to see what our coaches' availability is. And then you could go check out if there is a coach's corner with that coach, where we've interviewed them, chatted to them, getting to know them a little bit better. Tonight, 6:30, we have Jeff Cook, and this is on the whole thread of our entire probiotic week. So you know that yesterday there was a Jeff Ed that was last night. So if you missed that, please check it out. All about the importance of gut health. And then tonight is a pre and probiotic power bowl, which I think is going to be absolutely epic. Hi Pat, welcome. Gut health is super, super important. If you're not sure why, as I said, check out that talk from last night. You all know it's the entire week. I'm sure you've been hearing this throughout the workouts. Best of me for this week. You can stand a chance to win one of 3 coffee machines if you log 5 workouts as well as last night's Ed session. So make sure you check that out. Of course, we've got a special 45-minute workout on Saturday, and that is with Siv and Coach Lee and Coach Louie. So that just promises to be lots of fun. So if you haven't made plans for Saturday, and even if you have, make sure you join in for that workouts. And that is all in the theme of the best of me, Entyro probiotics. And probiotics are so important. Again, if you're not sure why, go check out the Jeff Ed from last night. We're going to get started in just under 5 minutes. If you haven't had any water or any liquids today, please make sure you grab some before we get started. It is so cold here. It's like really, really cold. It's like snowing all around me. And you all know I'm not a winter person. So we are going to get going from the get-go this morning. Get our temperature up a bit. Get our body stretched out. Wake up for our day. So I know a lot of people are saying they're struggling to get out of bed in the morning. It is tough. It is tough, but there's so many things you can do to make it a little bit better, to make it a little bit easier. And one of the things is perhaps rolling out onto your yoga mat. You can stay in your PJs if you like. We are going to get a little sweaty today though. But otherwise, you know, placing your phone away from your bed so that you have to stand up to put it off. I don't like that particularly because I feel like that's quite like a rude awakening to the day. I have 2 snooze, so 2 alarms. So the one goes off, then I take that time to slowly wake up, and when the second one goes off, then that's when I get up. Pat, I live on Entyro due to a hernia issue. Oh, amazing, Pat. So using that probiotic to really aid the body in creating healthy bacteria and creating that healthy gut environment. We need healthy guts. We need that to be able to absorb all the nutrition that our body needs, to be able to process that which our body does not need. And of course, we were speaking about it yesterday in class, on a deeper level or more subtle level, I guess, a more emotional, mental, energetic level. It's you know, trusting your gut, and we all have that gut instinct, and I think very often we don't listen to it, and it's key for us to connect to that intuition, to connect to that gut, so that we are more authentic in the decisions we make, in the interactions that we have, and the goals that we set for ourselves. When I lived in Switzerland in the mountains, we had minus 35 degrees. Oh my word. I could not do that. There's just no ways. There's no ways I could do that. Sure. And also, I guess, like, South African homes are not really built for extreme cold weather. So our houses, they're not. A lot of the homes overseas, like I guess in like Europe, and so they got like the heating and things. But yeah, obviously no complaints on my side. I'm sitting here all warm. I've got a heater. Very, very blessed, and get to move my body with all of you every morning. So really can't complain. It's really such a blessing to be able to get up and move your body every day. Honestly, we should have no excuses, but we are human, but we shouldn't have excuses. Bridget, good morning. Enjoy the catch up later. Guys, it has just gone 7 o'clock, so we are going to get going. We will start in a child's pose on our mats. So you can bring yourself onto your mat. Welcome to everyone who has just joined. 30 minutes. It is our intermediate strength session today. So you can bring yourself onto your mats. Come into a child's pose. So you can bring your big knees to touch, or big toes to touch rather. Separate your knees. Lengthen your spine forward. Bring your hands at least shoulder distance. Relax your head down. Roll your outer shoulders down at the same time. Lift your elbows up off the mat. So let's start to activate into the body. Come fully present into your body and onto your mat, into this moment. Start to deepen your breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Long inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And let's set the intention for this practice to just practice with full gratitude, that our bodies can move, that we're able to show up for an intermediate strength session. So many people cannot. So many people would love to be able to get on their mats and move the way we do. They're unable to. And so to have that full gratitude for the movement of your body, for the strength of your body, that is our intention for this practice, is to just connect to that. Full gratitude, full embodiment, and just getting a little bit of heat, a little bit of energy and some joy through our practice. Let's take another deep breath in together. Sigh out through the mouth. Press into your hands, lift the gaze and slide your hands back all the way to sit on your buttocks. Take a big loop of the shoulders, bring your fingertips behind you and just open up the shoulders, open up the chest. So nice full deep breath here. You can really squeeze the shoulder blades together. If you like, you could lift the sit bones, so lift the buttocks, curl your tailbone forward so you get a little more opening through the front of the hips. Just 2 more breaths here. Open up through that chest. Don't fling your head back, so neutral neck, neutral head. And then you can bring yourself all the way back forward. Come onto all fours. Spread your palms and your fingers so your hands really play a very big role in the supporting of the wrist joints, the elbows, and the shoulders. So spread through the hands, press your fingerprints into the mat, and then separate your knees. You can keep the tops of the feet pressing into the mat. We'll just move through a couple rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, let's move into our cow. Lift your sit bones, curl your ears back. And then exhale, suck the belly in and round. I really want you to press your hands into the floor, curl your chin in. Let's go 2 more. Inhale, lengthen, curl the ears back. And then again, exhale, curl and round. Breathe all the air out. Inhale, lengthen. Let's wake up our respiratory system. Let's start to wake up that cardiovascular. And exhale, round. Come into a neutral spine. If you still have socks on, you will need to take your socks off now. We're going to meet in a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under. Let's keep the knees quite bent in this first round. Lift the hips up and back so you've got a diagonal line from your wrist to your elbows to your shoulders. Wrap those outer shoulders down and squeeze the rib cage in. Relax the head. And then we'll just start to very gently ease the heels down to the floor, one at a time, as you open into the calf muscles. At the same time, I want you to feel the distribution of weight between your hands and your feet. Feel the activation through the arms and the legs. And just start to play with kind of activating the different muscles around both the limbs, the arms and the legs. So feel the kneecaps lift, feel the thigh muscles wake up,
Maybe a little feeling into your hamstrings, your glutes, and then bringing your awareness to your shoulders, your triceps, your biceps, the forearms. Nice. And then you'll find a little bit of stillness. Take your feet a little further back so your dog is a little longer. Rock into a plank pose so that your shoulders are above your wrist. Distribute the weight evenly between the front and the back of the palm. Press all your fingerprints down. Keep the toes tucked under as you move into a hanging cobra. Lower the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades together and curl the ears back, look forward. Press back into your plank pose. Press into those fingerprints. And move up and back to your down dog. So now you're in a super long dog. Go full stretch through the spine. Lift those thighs. Let's move that to the breath. So you don't have to move to the breath cues, but you can if you like. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, hanging cobra. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. One more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hanging cobra. Inhale, plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the floor. Keep your toes tucked under. Walk your hands all the way back. Bring your shoulders to stack above the hips and squeeze the inner ankles slightly together. So let's get a nice opening, a nice stretch in the neck of each toe. Reach both arms up. Take a nice full breath in again. And then bring the hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulder caps back. Maybe you extend the arms and move the hands away from the lower back. Again, neutral head and neck. Let's take 2 full rounds of breath here. All right, remember which finger is on top behind the back. Bring the hands out in front of you. Interlace the fingers. Lift up, untuck the toes, flip the hands away from you, curl your tailbone forward and sit your buttocks back down as you reach the arms forward, stretch open the bottoms of the wrists and curl your chin in. Lift the hands, lift the gaze. Split the hands, bring them back behind you again. Second interlace as you roll the shoulders back, extend through the arms, and now if you like, you could lower the knuckles down to the floor, press them into the floor and lift up through the chest a little further. You might not go all the way down, don't overdo it. Take 2 more breaths. Keep the lower belly drawing back, so you're protecting your lower back. Well done, back forward. Release the hands again, come all the way up, take your second interlace. Flip your palms away from you. Tuck your tailbone forward. Extend the arms, so you're getting a stretch in the bottom of the wrists. Sit yourself all the way down, curl and round, biceps next to ears. Well done, bring both arms up. Separate the hands and find a downward facing dog. So now working into a little more of a fuller dog shape, maybe anchoring the heels completely. Lift up through the spine. Remember, we prioritize lengthening the spine before anything else. Bring your big toes a little closer to one another. We're going to float the right leg up towards the ceiling. Keep the hip line level. Remember how we brought that awareness to activating the muscles throughout the legs and the arms. Can you activate the limbs, activate the core, the waistline, those intercostal muscles? Really feel the whole body come away. and come alive. Bend your right knee, squeeze your right heel to your buttocks. We're going to move into a three-legged plank as you rock forward, curl and round. See if you can touch your knee to your nose. Don't hold your breath. And then take that all the way up, back into a three-legged dog. Let's move into that again. Rock forward. Bring your knee to touch your nose and squeeze your right heel up to your buttocks. All the way up and back. Three-legged dog. We're going to do the same thing again. So squeeze your heel to your buttocks. Bring your knee to your nose. Flex your right foot now as you look forward. Place it between your hands. Anjayasana lunge. Keep your left toes tucked under. Right knee stacked above its ankle. And you're going to bring both arms up. Reaching for your left wrist. Face your left palm up to the ceiling and pull that left arm up. Left hip is rolling forward. Okay, so for some of you, this is going to be enough to get an opening in the front of the left thigh. If you want a little more, you could scoot your right foot a little forward, but what I want you to focus on is really squeezing pubic bone to navel. So shorten this area between pubic bone and navel. So you could just lift up there. If you want to take it a little deeper into that left quad, bring your right hand to your right thigh, come onto the top of your left knee, and you'll squeeze left heel to buttock. Squeeze then the left rib cage forward and the left shoulder level to right. Wherever you are, we'll take a couple more breaths. So if you'd like to flex the knee and it feels a little hard on the floor, you could flip your mat. Or again, like I say, maybe have two mats. Hold the pose, take 2 more breaths. Well done. Send that left leg back. Tuck the toes under as you lift the knee. We're going to walk all the way through Prasarita to lunge to our left leg. So nice long lunge as you look forward to the left. Press firmly into your left foot, reach the arms up, high lunge. Again, roll that inner right thigh back, getting into the front of that right hip. Bring your hands Anjali Mudra, Prayer Mudra to the heart space, heart center. Moving into Warrior 3 legs, start to lean the chest forward. Maybe you step that right foot forward once, maybe a few times. As you reach it up, flex the right toes towards the floor. Try level out the hip line. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Full deep breaths. Bring your hands down to the floor. Find a nice opening in the back of that left leg, standing split. You can point that right foot, squeeze right glute as you relax head towards left shin. Hold it. Release tension through the upper body and the face. And you're going to step that right foot back into a nice low but long lunge. Bring your hands to the mat. Step left foot back. Find downward facing dog. Big toes a little closer to one another. Nice exhale through the mouth. Float your left leg up. Anchor your right heel, pull your left heel to your buttock. Rock forward into your 3-legged plank. Bring your left knee to touch your nose. Bring your shoulders right above your wrists and press into your fingerprints. Move up and back. 3-legged dog, full extension. Let's do that again. Left heel to buttock. Suck the lower belly in. Bring the thigh to touch the chest and then the knee to touch the nose. Breathe. Move up and back. 3-legged dog. Nice. Bring your heel to your buttock. Lift the lower belly. Look forward. Step yourself through between your hands. Lower your right knee down. Bring both arms up. Full breath in. All right, so again, either you're going to face right palm up. Use the left hand to really reach a little more space of that right arm. Okay, rib cage draws in. Pubic bone to navel. That's option 1. Option 2, you can. Nice option as well. So I've got my socks right here. So you could even use a sock just to pad under that knee. Left hand can come to left thigh. Right heel to buttocks. Now you've got a nice amount of padding. Pubic bone to navel. That's really where you're going to get space to the front of that right thigh. Breathe. Try roll that right rib cage forward a little more. So everyone, bring your right hip in line with your left hip. Don't hold your breath. Stay 2 more. Well done. Release the right foot. Raise the right knee. And then we're going to walk through our prasarita all the way across to our right leg. Nice long lunge. Front knee stacked above its ankle. High lunge. Reach the arms up. Strong straight back leg. We've got a nice opening underneath those toes. Anjali Mudra, hands to the heart, relaxed shoulders. We're going to move warrior 3. So lean the chest forward, wake up this right leg, hop that left foot forward, toes to point down, level off the hip line, level off the shoulders. Try to find stability through that standing hip, so don't collapse into that hip. Roll left hip level to right and lift the lower belly. Feel how all those little stabilizing muscles are working through the right foot, the right knee. And then slowly bring your hands to the floor. Point your left toes and soften down towards that right thigh. Squeeze left buttocks. Deep breaths. Squeeze left buttocks. Inner left thigh rolls up. And then bend the right knee. Step back into a low, long lunge. Step right foot back to meet left. Downward facing dog. We'll move through a little flow here. So rock into your plank pose. Chaturanga, elbows hug in, bend back. Shoulders don't move past the line of the elbows. Flip onto the tops of your feet. Lift up through the chest. Bring the top row of teeth parallel to the floor, upward facing dog. Squeeze through the thighs. And then lift the pelvis up and back. Roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. Nice. Bring again the big toes a little closer to touch. Float the right leg up. Curl the right heel to your right buttock. And then open your right knee to the sky. Sink the chest down. Straighten out the arms. Roll your hip line level. Rock yourself forward. Come into a high lunge. From here, we'll move into a warrior 2. Lower your left heel down. Heel to heel alignment. All right. Straighten out your right leg for triangle pose. You're going to shimmy your back foot just a little closer. Send your hips to the left and your right arm forward. And then right hand can come to right shin. Left arm up, or perhaps right hand moves down to the floor on the outside of your right ankle. Try roll your right rib cage underneath you. Let's take 2 more breaths. From here, we're going to move to our half moon balance. So finish off those 2 breaths. You'll bring your left hand to your left hip, look down. Bring your right hand forward. Try one sweep of the left leg up. All right, so here left arm can open. That's option 1. Option 2, bend your standing leg, and like we've done, bend your left heel to your buttock. Send your left knee back so you'll open up the chest. And then I like to straighten out my standing leg and then kick back into that left foot. Okay, just see how you go. If you fall out of balance, come back in. We've opened up the front line of the body. We've opened up the back line of the legs. We've worked on our core stability and, of course, our breath. Hold 2 more. Well done. Bend everything. Step your left foot back so you kind of still in an open hip pose so that you can walk all the way through your prasarita into a high lunge to your left. Float your arms up. Right hip rolls forward. Squeeze right thigh. Warrior 2, as a transition, lower your right heel down. And then lengthen out, straighten out that left leg. Bring your right foot a little closer. Trikonasana, so triangle pose. Send your right hip to the right, left hand forward, right arm up. You're either on the left shin or down to the floor. Roll your left rib cage underneath you. Find your pose. And I'll take a moment to think about where you're going. We're going to our half moon balance. So tell your body that now already. Bring your right hand to your right hip. See the pose in your mind. Look forward. Bend left knee. Bring left hand forward. Find core connection to sweep that right foot up. Bring your left wrist underneath your left shoulder. If you're staying in your half moon balance, flex that right foot. Try and make sure that the right heel stays in line with its sit bone. If you're moving to that little second variation, bend your left knee, reach for your outer right ankle, pull your right knee back, and then you can start to straighten out your left leg and start to kick into that right foot. Open up the chest. Full deep breaths. Find a spot that you can focus on. You're going to hold your breath, you're going to lose your balance. Your body needs those inhales to stabilize itself. Well done, everyone. Hold if you can a little longer. Challenge your balance. And then remember to come out. You're going to release, slow and controlled. Step back. Not so controlled. Come back in that open facing shape. So come back to your wide-legged straddle, toes facing forward. So this might be enough for you, hands down, to lower down towards the floor. And there's some of you who want to move to go a little lower, kind of working towards side splits, but we're not going to go super deep. You can take your feet as far apart as you like, maybe elbows to the mat as you release or relax the head down. Well done. 2 more breaths here. And then press into your hands. You're going to heel toe the feet just a little closer again so that you can come all the way up to stand. Bring your hands to your hips and come all the way up. Reach both arms up, sweep them behind you, interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulder caps back, extend the arms, and take a little bit of a back bend here. So just opening the front of the chest again. Keep your hands interlaced, your fingers interlaced. If that's too much, don't interlace your fingers and just reach for your opposite elbows. We'll take Prasarita variation, hold forward with the hands interlaced. Nice. Release the hands to the lower back. Come into a halfway lift. Switch the elbows or switch the fingers and move all the way back in again. All done, and then lift again. Heel toe the feet for Malasana squat. So bring the heels in, toes out. Bring your buttocks down, sit nice and low. Bring your palms together and thumbs to sternum. 4 deep breaths. We'll take a twist to our right. Bring your right hand behind you. Inner left ankle, inner left knee lowers. Hook your left elbow across the right thigh. Look to your right and twist. Look forward, second side. Come back to your squats. And then slowly with control, sit your buttocks down. Bring your knees to touch. Wrap your hands around your thighs and just take a little forward fold here. Bring your eyebrows to touch your knees. Take a few resting breaths here, and again, just full of gratitude for the practice, the ability of our bodies to move. Lift the gaze. Take a cross-legged seat, but I want you to flex your ankles and take your feet apart from one another. So just to get into the outer hips a little bit, you're crossing at the shins. Reach the arms up and take a forward fold. So this is option 1. If your hips are a little more open, you could take this flexed ankle, place it on top of your right knee, readjust your sit bones, but I have quite tight hips, so you can see I've got quite a big gap between my left knee and my right ankle. So here you might just place a cushion if you like. You could go into that forward fold from here, or if that's too much, simply cross at the ankles and move into that forward fold. We'll take 3 full breaths. Well done. Bring yourself up. We'll simply change. So again, your ankles are crossed. Your feet are moving away from one another. You have a cross at the shins, or you are stacking right ankle onto left knee. You're readjusting. So it's called fire log. You can imagine your shins are stacked on one another. So you could be in that shape, folding forward. If that's too much, you're going to simply cross at the shins. Find your pose, release the head down. You'll take 3 full breaths. Well done. Come all the way up. Swivel yourself to lay your body down. If you'd like, you could just pop your socks on quick. Otherwise, just take your feet apart, arms out apart, rest the back of your head on the mat. Full relaxation as we just take a nice shavasana here, a little short shavasana, just to integrate the practice, to ground yourself, ground your energy. Eyes are closed. You just allow yourself these last few moments on your mat. for yourself and with yourself. Take a last couple of breaths here. If you're able to stay here a little longer, please feel free to do so. If you'd like to close your practice in a seat, bend your knees. Slowly squeeze your thighs to your chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. If you want, you could roll over to the side, or you could simply rock up to sit. Palms together in front of the chest, hands to sternum, close the eyes, take a little bow down. Reconnecting with our intention of having that full gratitude for all our abilities, for the health that we have. Take a deep breath in. Gentle breath out. Thank you for joining for this practice. May you move into the rest of your day. If you're doing this on catch up, your evening or afternoon, feeling very grounded and connected and filled with gratitude. Everyone here live and everyone on catch up, remember to log your session so you can keep track of the sessions that you are doing with me. Make sure that you're leaving comments and questions, especially on the WhatsApp group. You can send pictures of your alignment, ask questions. That is the best way for me to help you because I can't see you guys in real life. But I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me know how it went. Let me know if there's something you struggled with or if you have any questions. Salna, such a pleasure. Lovely to have you all here. Tomorrow morning, of course, is our intermediate flexibility session. Iva, such a pleasure. Giovanni, lovely to have you here. Such a pleasure. Well done, everyone. Tomorrow is intermediate flexibility. Friday is again our beginner's strength. So if today was really challenging for you, which is great, pop into the beginner session on Friday. It's also challenging, but it's a little slower, and we just break down the poses a little more kind of step by step. So well done, everyone. Remember to log your workouts this week as well to get your entire badge at the end of the week. Got that big workout on Saturday. And other than that, check in for our Jeff Cook tonight. If you missed the Jeff Ed of last night, check in for that. Pat, so much love. Have a beautiful day. And I will see you all tomorrow. Chat soon. Bye.